get into some Simon Cowell?
Simon, I think tonight the nerves got to a lot of the contestants. So what do you think of the whole as the show?
Well, for me, it was like a show of two halves. You know, like the first half was okay, and then the second half was getting better, and then the last two acts were in a different league. I mean, you could feel it and see it. You never quite know when you put things to a public vote, but I thought they were both sensational, Brian and Courtney, and that's what you want on a show like this. You want to find a star.
Do you think Brian maybe threw a spanner in the works there because everyone was going for Courtney, thinking Courtney was going to win? I know Howie, well, regardless, thinks she's going to win. But do you think after his performance tonight, people are going to look twice at him?
You've got to remember with the golden buzzer, you don't own them, you just like them. But you like lots of contestants. So whoever was best on the night deserves to win, in my opinion. And those two were amazing.
And it's obvious that you didn't like Doe Republic. I mean, that's obvious, but why did you go as far as hitting the X?
I don't know, my hand just fell on it, and it's like I can't take it back. But I was just feeling frustrated because I just thought, when you've got this far, do something which is memorable, and it wasn't.
It seemed like this night was hard for you. Like, you didn't really like anybody. So who out of the entire performance did you like?
I did like two acts at the end.
Okay, you like two.
That's not bad. That's a lot.
Okay.
Simon, and speaking of memorable performances, a lot of singers tonight. What do you think a singer has to have to have that star quality to be memorable?
You know what? Memorable is actually the key to this. You've got to do something which you will remember, and Courtney certainly has that, because you're going to remember her first audition, her first quarterfinal, tonight, and that's what makes a difference. You've got to stand out from the crowd, and she does. She's unlike anyone else.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you. I don't know what you did. Hi, Tyra. Nice to see you. What a phenomenal show. I think it just gets better and better. But I also think that nerves got to a lot of the contestants tonight, and we know that you are the star of performance, the star of not showing nerves. So what advice do you have for individuals who get nervous and it could affect their performance?
A lot of the times when people are nervous, they try to talk themselves out of the nerves. Yeah. But studies and research shows that if you say, I'm nervous, and then start to say, I'm excited, and turn it into excitement, the nerves won't get you down.
Power of the mind.
Yeah, so admit the nerves and then turn it to excitement. But don't try to push it away.
Yes. I think tonight as well, a spanner was thrown into the works with Brian's performance. Absolutely phenomenal, from his entrance to the closing to making the violin a guitar. How cool is that to see? You guys were in the studio, obviously. What was the energy like?
Well, for me to see him, I was looking at him and I was like, you know what? I would pay $75 for this. Like, you know what I mean?
Give him more.
No, I would pay $75 for the nosebleed seats in the back. So what would that front row ticket cost?
Thank you, Tyra. Thank you. See you next week. Howie, your golden buzzer closed the show tonight. Absolutely phenomenal, her performance.
Yes, I think so. I think she's always phenomenal. I don't think she can do anything wrong. There's nothing she can do that would go wrong. She is, even when she's not perfect, her imperfection is perfect.
100%. Yeah. So obviously you don't agree. I know you spoke about it on the show already with Simon's feedback. You think she's perfection, and maybe when she's not perfect.
I agree with Simon.
Yeah.
Simon said that because Mel and Heidi mentioned the imperfections, and he said that's what makes you you. That's what you want. If you look at all my favorite performers from that day, but even Mick Jagger, it's not perfection. He's just electric when he's on stage, and she's like the new Mick Jagger.
Yeah, that's star quality. She's got it. It stands out 100%. And how cool is it for you to see a comedian so far in the competition?
Oh, I love it. Two comedians. Yeah, there's Vicky and Samuel. It's just amazing. I love it, and there's going to be a comedian definitely in the finals, and maybe there'll be another one. I hope so. We'll find out tomorrow.
And I think if the magician gets through next week, you need to hold on to your glasses, because those are cool glasses. You can't lose them.
Thank you. Were you worried about my glasses? What about my life? I was in a dark box with 300 pounds.
Fashion first, and you nailed it.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
Terrifying.
But I'm alive. Thank God I'm alive.
Simon's got your back, that's for sure. We know that. Thank you, Howie. Heidi, nice to see you.
Nice
Good,
to see you
good. What a show. It just gets better and better, these performances. It's crazy.
Roller coaster ride yet again, but also on the judges' desk, I thought.
Yes, for
You know,
sure.
when I loved something, Simon is buzzing. I'm like, what is going on? Give these people a break.
But that's why we love the show, and that's why we love watching you guys, because you're entertaining.
They're so nervous, and I feel for them. I mean, we're 1 week away from the finale, and they're, shaking in their little knees,
And speaking of shaking, I think compared to last week, nerves got to a lot of the contestants tonight. Do you think so as well?
Yes, but that also makes it real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're real people. They're not tweaked. Their voices are never tweaked.
Yeah.
They sing it comes out like that. And I think also sometimes you have to remember their previous performances, and you have to keep that in mind too. And I hope America will keep that in mind as well. I think you should always have the right to mess up a little here and there, but the overall person and what they can do and the talent that they have, we shouldn't forget in that moment. And sometimes Simon is a little harsh on the production behind you guys I didn't love. They have nothing to do with the production. Like sometimes I'm like, why are you saying that? They have nothing to do with that. AGT does the production. It's not them. They're just, for example, the Republic. They dance great and they did all their gymnastic things and all the crazy flips and stuff that they're doing, and he didn't like what he saw in the background. That's not up to them. They're doing that for them. So I'm like, why would you even bring that up?
America, listen to Heidi. She's got everything. Listen to her.
So I felt a little bad for some of them. I think that they give it their all. They rehearse, and you have to give them some credit for that.
For sure, I agree. Well, thank you for your time, Heidi. And America, vote.
You have to vote, because otherwise your favorite act will not go through. And then you're like, why are they not in it?
You're like, well, listen to me.
You have to vote.
Thank you. Thanks, Heidi.